What's up, Halo fans? I'm Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, and I am back at 343 Industries in lovely Kirkland, Washington, and I'm back with Kynan Pearson, the lead multiplayer level designer on Halo 4. Hi, Kynan.
How's it going?
It's good to see you. We're back. We did these map tours with you for all 10 of the core Halo 4 multiplayer maps. We have returned to check out the Crimson DLC map pack, the first map pack for Halo 4, which is releasing very, very soon. If you've either got the map pass, the limited edition of the game, or 800 Microsoft points burning a hole in your pocket. And so which of the three maps in the map pack are we taking a look at here?
Right now we're looking at Wreckage.
I'm already damned impressed with the scenery here. Obviously, the name sort of says it all. What has wrecked? This is a very large vessel.
Yeah, so this is one of the line installations. You've got some Forerunner artillery that will fire up and take things down. And so this is kind of like just the crashed ships and debris on the ground that have been taken down by the defenses. So it's a different style map than I think that we've previously seen in Halo 4, and it's kind of new for Halo. We're taking a lot of risks with doing the wreckage and debris and everything kind of around. It gives you a lot of nooks and crannies to hide in and a lot of little interesting avenues to have slightly different engagements than you would normally have, just because of the amount of kind of rebar and stuff popping up and just all the...
Noticing some awesome detail here, like the dust blowing through the air, the golden sunlight God ray action, and I'm liking this. This is a cool mix. There's sort of a mix of UNSC and Covenant architecture, because everybody's been wrecked on this spot.
Yeah, which is definitely cool, seeing kind of everything just strewn together.
So this is the third of our three maps. Be sure to check out the other two on IGN if you haven't already. And what I can now say after having seen all three is they're all big maps. They're all big vehicle-based, bigger team maps. Did you guys feel like there was a little bit of a hole there that you wanted to fill, or are you guys just love the big team stuff, or kind of what's the reason behind going with all three maps in the pack being a bigger maps?
Well, I think Harvest is slightly smaller than these, but with the right objective types, you can focus people in certain areas. But we wanted to give people plenty of opportunity to use the vehicles, drive around, and have longer, mid, and short-range engagement distances. But we wanted to highlight vehicles for this particular map pack.
And as we're seeing right now, this will challenge your Warthog driving skills, it looks like.
Yeah, we definitely took some risks with this, and it's an advanced map in a lot of regards, in terms of there's plenty of moments where there's you're going to need to turn fast and do a lot of stuff in vehicles to avoid running into things. And there's multiple areas that are harder for vehicles to reach, but also there's plenty of long driving routes and stuff that you can see, some clearings that open up for some really intense vehicle driving moments.
I noticed you just pulled off a pretty skilled jump. Last time we were here checking out the core 10 Halo 4 maps, you talked to me about how you love jumping in Halo combat, and so I'm guessing that last jump you pulled, was that a Kynan special? Was that like you one of those? If you do it just right, you can hit this jump and then maybe gain a tactical advantage of landing on top of that structure to get the drop on somebody?
Yeah, you're going to find a lot more kind of tactical jumps in this map in particular, just because there's so many little nooks and crannies and areas that you can get into. So there's a lot of ways to do little secret bypasses and little shortcuts and kind of hopping up and over and around things. So it's going to give you some really dynamic firefights and some great opportunity to show off your movement abilities.
Talk to me about CTF on this map, because we've got these very, very tight internal spaces within the wrecked ships, and then these sort of wider outdoor spots with these tight Warthog turns. I'm guessing that in your playtest there are some just wild flag captures and escapes that happen here.
I mean, there's so many routes to kind of take that you can really keep things interesting, and you can keep the other team guessing, as well as just fights can happen and break out anywhere, and there's any number of areas that you can reinforce. So the battles really dynamically shift in here, especially in regards to CTF and objective modes where like capture the flag, like King of the Hill and extraction.
So with that crazy dichotomy between bigger open areas and those super tight interiors, on a bigger match, say CTF, is it almost worth splitting your team into 2 squads and maybe having some guys with shotguns that sort of man the insides near your flag, and then have like sort of an outdoor crew that's rocking battle rifles or DMRs to do the fighting outside?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're dealing with a coordinated team as well as a map that gives you kind of a various ranges of styles that you can use in terms of opportunities for lots of CQC, you're going to want to have 2 separate groups. You're going to want to have the people that are covering all angles and kind of wide on the outside, getting long lines of sight on people, and then those that are just kind of hunkered down inside structures, taking people out with a bolt shot, with shotgun, with sword, close range stuff. So it's always better to have coordinated efforts and mix it up. Make sure that you have people, covering all the avenues from long to short.
So when your team is sitting down with a clean sheet of paper on this, where does a level like this start? Does it start with wrecked ship and then let's just branch it out from there? Or where's this map begin its life?
This one in particular was trying to do something dramatically different than had been done in any of the previous Halo maps. So there's a lot of things that you just won't see. Like the lower ground on this side is in complete opposition to the backside, which has the kind of dominant high ground perch point. There's plenty of stuff giving you coverage from that location, just in terms of the big central structure that's there. But you can still see that like when people get hunkered back in there, there's multiple routes. Like you have the man cannon to take you up, but it gives you plenty of different kind of locations to reinforce. So this was one of those things to do completely asymmetrical map with dynamic, different wreckage and kind of base structures on each side, so that no matter where you were at, you were going to have a completely different experience. And it's definitely one of those things where we knew going into it that it was a layout that was going to provide an experience unlike anything that people have had prior to Halo.
This looks like a map that might take a little getting to know. Are we going to be lost maybe for the first couple times we play this map?
We do have like the open side on the back. We have the Covenant wreckage on one side. There's different lighting schemes that you can see up in here. Like you have the warmer tones over here.
Right.
Then you'll have on this side you have the sparks raining down for orientation. You have the bluer hues, the cooler tones over here with the electricity kind of going up. So it is a complex map. Anytime you're going to do something that is wreckage, your landmarks are going to be a little harder to recognize, just because you're dealing with a lot of broken down structures. So it's harder to pinpoint that stuff. But we have done a lot of work to make sure that there are certain things that'll help guide you. It is going to take a little more memorization in this map
right.
than others previously, though.
So I love to ask you this for every map. What armor abilities are gonna suit this map well in general?
This one in particular, camo is super strong. Also, jetpack is going to help you do certain bypasses and get into certain areas, but we've definitely provided other opportunities and ramps to get like everyone, even if you're on foot, you're still kind of doing great with thruster pack, with the personal automated turret and shield, just because there's plenty of areas where you can kind of hide out and defend yourself with some of the sharper corners and turns. Blockers.
Hide out, that's a polite way of saying camping. I said it, not you. Right? No response from Kynan. What else can we ask you about this map? So yeah, CTF obviously seems like it would be madness here. How about a little King of the Hill here?
Yeah, King of the Hill is awesome because it rallies people into specific areas, but you know, there's all of the areas are so different that every time, even if a hill returns into the same area, there's hundreds of different tactics you can use. So there's a lot of advanced things that you can do and a lot of ways that you can change it up to keep other players guessing and use different strategies.
All right, well, this is Wreckage. It is part of the Crimson multiplayer map pack, out very, very soon for Halo 4. We've been taking tours of all of them, so if you've missed Harvest or Shatter, the other two maps in this pack, be sure to check out our videos on IGN right now. And for all things Halo 4, you know where to be, IGN. Kynan, thanks very much.
Thank you.